Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to enter the Challenge Class Edition on the Honda Racing eMS GT Fastest Attack 2024 in today's Lap Time Challenge on Gran Turismo 7. This will begin by having a Part 1 conclusion, along with Part 2 will be entered to have an under 17 class will be located at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps by using the 1965 Honda RA272. This classic F1 race car appears to be driven by a number 11 used by Richie Ginter, who placed 7 in the 1965 Formula 1 World Championship en route to Honda's first Formula 1 victory at that year's Mexican Grand Prix. It has a very good stunning of a classic performance to go in vintage with the RA272E in the engine code, as a displacement is now being putting up to have a 1.5 liter. Engine type is very good to be titled on the B12 to be carried out in 228 brake horsepower. Gearbox has now been featured in the 6-speed transmission. For the drivetrain and weight, it has a mid-engine wheel drive that have a good stunning of racing potential to go, but the weight is 1,098 pounds. The power to weight ratio is now being calculated to be stationed at 4.82 pounds, and the balance on the front in 40% and the rear is 60%. This is going to be a very good, excellent this year's moment to go for a participation in the second time, just like the Honda Civic Type R Type FL5 2022. This will have to go down to explain the detail. An event commemorating the 60th anniversary of Honda participation in F1. Compete for the best lap time behind the wheel of the legendary RA272 to receive a Super Taikyu 2024 edition Civic Type R FL5 and a special PSN avatar. Well, sounds like a very good fortune opportunity to be entered to be using on Challenge Class or Under 17 class. But the target time is now being set on the goal by 2 minutes, 30.359 seconds on comparison to top cars in 3%. The regulation is about to be set on racing hard compound tires, but only one specified vehicle will be eligible to be participate. And the settings, brake balance will be partially allowed to have a BOP/tuning prohibited to go for the high speed. Hope you guys are about to get yourself prepared, because already been begin and starting out by the debut along with the under 17 class, but the challenge class will have to choose for only one. RA272 65 will be up and be at the ready to go enter by the participation in session 1 to go by endurance. So it's all set, good to go, and do your best out there. We'll always have to master 20 turns and Spa-Francorchamps to find a good line. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's lap time challenge on the Honda Racing eMS GT Fastest Attack 2024. So, take on for having a daytime condition with some few clouds is going to be a very good first step to have a one single session to go mastered on 3 sectors to be highlight and make your best effort to go focus on the goal. But first things first, ranking board will always have to keep a good helpful tip to be depends on top tier Gran Turismo players or any other GT players that has a replay icon is now being labeled to go check and make it a good scene on the action. So I'll have to find one if I had to be well strategized and make a good brake balance to go all check, just like a different kind of an F1 race car, just like the McLaren MP4/4 1988. Here's one over here on position 970, Borja Garcia. One good Spanish Gran Turismo player is quite good to have a 2 minutes, 29.709 seconds will be serving up as a challenger as I had to get myself to be prepared. Downloading complete, success, and here goes for only one session to get myself prepared to have some force feedback torque to go steady and amp up to be around by the numbers will have to be on the comfortable in use. Wish me luck, you guys. It takes a lot of skill of endurance, just like racing on the Honda Civic Type R Type FL5 2022 from last year. Let's begin and have a good look, you guys. Wow, This looks very good to see this special theme livery to have a title of Honda Racing eMS, but it still have a good classic theme livery mixed together. All I can say is, that should be quite very good to be fortunate to be celebrate the 60th anniversary for the RA272. And it's up right now and begin the first lap warm-up. We'll be prep up and go full endurance. We'll be focusing on the goal. All I have to do is, if I had to do my best and keep a good exact target time to be around by 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So the source on turn 1 check, going down on turn 2 to switch up on the hook cam before Emerald Rouge. We'll be climbing up on turn 3. Got to go proceed with caution. Have turn 4 and turn 5 to be steady on caution. So sector 1 is almost done to be cleared to be onward on sector 2. So here it goes. Turn 7 through turn 9, we'll have to take that stopping point to go slower and gentle. Just like that to do on turn 8 and go around by the exit at turn 9. Alright, just have to choose that position right over here on turn 10. Brake well, steady carefully if you already got the brakes to be checked. Okay, very good average. Now, gonna have to be proceed onward to on turn 11. So you see folks, the simple choice whenever you're gonna have to be mastered the classic F1 racing machine is all about the basic work and embrace it to go master on the Belgian racing circuit to go for a perfect line. Same goes as ever to be tame and achieve on the Pullhan. Now for turn 13 and 14 at the campus, just practice well and you'll have to get it right. The simple choice is very more obvious that you're always gonna have to keep your best mark on the time whenever it depends on the silver or the bronze will have to go by normal and average. But the gold record is all about to prove yourself that you're about to be entered on challenge class, same as ever to be on under 17 due to the age of regulation. So now I'm on sector 3. Got to work up and amp up the speed by under 150 miles per hour to be on turn 18. Make a good step. Now for turn 19 and 20 at the chicane, slower and proceed with caution. Okay, looks like time limit has now been exceeded to be dropped down to be placed on the bronze. That's 2 minutes, 36.986 seconds. Let's go for the hard deal and face it on the first turn at La Source. Radar set and catch up the main ghost car in the front line. Alright, let's keep the gap distance to be set and calculated till I had to go by Emerald Rouge. But if possible during one session, brake balance is now being available for use whenever you're going to have to be ready up and go by full balance to be gripping up. Okay, back on sector 2. Perform on turn 7 through turn 8. Same goes on turn number 9. Make that touch of the apex, then go back down on turn 10 again. Pretty all worked up. Now go proceed at turn 11. It's going stronger and doing some decent work effort. Got to take the Pullhan, watching careful. Steer well to do some proper respawn and going up by 2.6 seconds on the range of calculation to go by a minor predicted time trial lap. Going up by 2.8. Now, gonna have to keep it good careful to avoid off the track will be receive an invalidate time that we have to keep it much more stable and keep up the good progress. So it's all done from sector 2. Now back on sector 3. It's about to get closer. Just have that brake zone to go smooth left. Works like a charm. And going up increase by 3.7. Now back again on turn 19 and 20 at the chicane. Time to go increase the pace. So it's at 4 seconds. And very good to be update on the record by 2 minutes, 32.864 seconds at the silver. Works like a charm and go promoted by average. But now, all I have to do is gonna have to take that minimum requirement to go over by 2.9 seconds. We'll be doing my main guess. Got to slow down and avoid off the track. Close call. Now, gonna have to choose any options to be using the brake balance to give it more helpful or make some proper improvement to go by steady up the balance. Okay, proceed with caution. The brakes might need to be checked. Got to catch up with my main ghost car. It's still doing well by stable of improvement. So let's give it a rear 4 to be checked and see how it works. Not yet to be received, but going a little bit further up increase to have a red spot to be down. Okay, very good close call. Now back on the campus at turn 13 and 14. But note to self viewers, got to keep much more trying if you already got to do this one skill of the time trial exam so far out there to have one special exam of the opportunity. First part of the challenge class on the Honda RA272, whenever we had to be well dependent to be selected to go by participation on number of position as well. Same goes to the challenge class, but it doesn't show any names to be pronounced to be called in. But all we have to do that we might have to give the young players by the age of 17 as we go down to do some instructor. So the gap distance is now being checked by 2.6 seconds at the plus. Time to go dirt lap and make it better push to go amp up the torque and brake balance. Fourth lap entered, and here it goes. Okay, gonna have to keep it careful on the source. Just stay focused on the front ghost car, and my current ghost one as well is still usually to have the main current lap time. Now gonna have to take the Route Rouge once again, 4th time, and steady to be quicker. Oh, that could be quite possibility. I just barely make it that push. Hang on, just that should be have to do for only one single session at a time to do all this. Man, this is going to be completely embarrassing that I just pulled that off. Man. Well, that should be considered this for only one session for the day and just gonna have to go exit. So, I just took 2 minutes, 32.864 seconds in the total time on 8 minutes, 1.665 seconds in 3 laps. However, I just took 14.7 miles of the day and yet to be proper warm-up in 1.3 miles as I had to go down to do some exam on the livery. So here is one session to be highlight mark on the green on lap number 2. In sector 1, I just did good to be doing a proper warm-up to be facing up on the source and Route Rouge in 43.481 seconds, and along with sector 2, 1 minute, 9.699 seconds is doing good to be average to go entered on turn 7 and go all the way to be finishing up on sector 2 to be exit on turn number 15. And for sector 3, 39.684 seconds is quite good and needs to do a lot of faster work to go by requirement to go up in the goal. But the max speed is all I have to do is going to go climb up by over 153 miles per hour. Well, it takes a few seconds. We'll have to go save a replay as I had to go by capture thumbnail image creativity to be entered to be proceed on session 2. But after all, silver on the level is now go on comparison to top cars at 4.72% at position 16,209 place. I don't know, you guys. Sure, I had to be ready to do my best effort out there to go for only one attempt to have a focus to be on session 2. But the main requirement is I always had to be on the main guess to go by 2.9 seconds as the minimum of requirement to go update on the goal. Here comes attempt number 2 as I skip from session 2 to go update, but my record I took is 2 minutes, 32.59 seconds, and place on the silver to go exactly. Will be doing my main minimum requirement to go up in the goal in 2.6 seconds. Got to work hard, steady well, and precisionize to have some 20 turns will be performed and master well. Got to keep the good torque sensitivity up and get focused on the main ghost car up ahead. Dive down on turn 2. Got to keep it careful on Ira Rouge. There we go. Still work up and having a maintained pace to be contested to be around between me and my ghost car. But it's gonna have to take a tug of war to go there by sector 2. Watch out for the green cones. About the time is the caution that we have to be avoided. Nice push. Now here comes turn 10. Got to hold it steady and keep the pedal on the gas. That's the ticket. Turn 11 clear. Now here comes the pull-on at turn 12 to go directly. There we go. Clean line and well performed to be onward at the campus at turn 13 and 14. Sector 2 clear. Here comes sector 3. Gonna have to take one last push to be masterful to be performed on turn 17 and 18. This has got to work to find a good example. If I had to do it right, off the track will be ends up the result in invalidate time. Okay, good push. Almost there. And looks like update by the record in 2 minutes, 32.006 seconds. This has got to do some committing on the pushing turns effort out there, folks. I'm still trying to go full endurance. Session 3 will give me my best reinforcement as I had to do by a content replay as a minimum requirement. So I have to keep a good eyes on the gap. It's going down by decrease, will go up in the plus. Okay, very good, same technique. Time to go back on turn 10. Okay, close enough. Gotta stay together with my current ghost car, as the main example one is still doing some well-performed skill on the rise. Got to keep it careful to avoid oversteer. Countersteering has to make that well example to be performed to be courtesy to do some good respawn and quick recover. Alright, there goes on sector 3 to go again. Okay, let's see the suspension and watch the spinners to be seen on the rear. Okay, that's a good push. Got my good advantage. And then turn 19 and 20 chicane. So here comes 2 minutes, 31 seconds by the decimal of 0.689. Okay, now next requirement to go entered on the dirt lap will be putting up by 0.4 seconds in around 2 minutes and 31 seconds. But good thing the gap calculation might have to keep a good track of numbers, as I had to be well performed and stationary to keep a good clean line to be stable on condition. But I still have good faith on the RA272, and it still have a good spirit of a legendary F1 race car for Honda. Got to go quick commit. Due on 7 and 8 turn. Back up on turn 9. Alright, good push. Almost barely got a good feeling. 0.3 seconds on behind. That's more like it. 0.5 seconds. Then it's going up on the gold. Okay, this could get one last push, and it's going to be at 0.5 seconds to remain, and almost have a feeling to be up on 0.6. It's about to go decrease, viewers. I just had to take one last push if I had to go well performed to be doing one last time on 17 and 18. And there goes 0.6 seconds. Got to make that final turn on 19 and 20. So let's see the stats of the results. Okay, so that's 2 minutes, 30.868 seconds. Still good enough, as I had to keep trying to go for only one last call to have 0.5 seconds. But good thing, still on the silver, but not yet close enough to I had to be reaching up on the goal. Let's skip adding up a torque and go by reinforcement to be around by 7 in the max force, going up and kick it up in the high gear. Okay, watch out for turn 9. Inside the line, step on the apex, then keep practice on turn 10. Okay, it's coming closer. Got to avoid off the track. Okay, that's better. But it caused 5 seconds up ahead on the plus. I just really had to go for the 5th lap. I've been trying to work hard to do this all day and all night, as I had to keep trying to go clean racing to steady well. Just keep it remain time without invalidate. Okay, let's give it an update and adding up brake balance number 5. 5th lap. Okay, here comes Gran Rouge again. Okay, that could be a sloppy move. However, I had to go update it and adding up the force feedback to be on number 9. Man, that was so very close. 2 very close to be performed on Gran Rouge at 4 and 5 turn. But the handling can't have to do all the skills. Come on. Got to work together. A little kickback is getting a little bit distracted. Switch it onto 2 and give it a better work. Okay, let's do a reset. If it's going to be the next lap, we'll go invalidate. That should be doing clear, and nope, it's all good to me. Bummer. Well, maybe that should be good for now. And that should be doing the ending part. I just really pulled that off for it. So update for the best time on silver is 2 minutes 30.868 seconds. Well, That was a very good Honda Racing eMS GT fastest attack for only one tough challenge class in about almost 13 minutes for having a 5-lap challenge on Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. We'll go working up and tough enough to be using for the Honda RA272 1965. But close enough to go achieve on the update, we'll have to go hard for the goal as I still remain on silver by a decimal of .868. But don't worry folks, just like the Mercedes-AMG GT3 at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, as I just did my best out there to go average on the silver. So going down to have Session 3 by the result is now being shown to be highlight mark on the green. For Sector 1 through 3 on the third lap, here is 42.401 seconds along with Sector 2 in about a minute, 9.082 seconds, and Sector 3 in 39.385 seconds. Good enough, and max speed requirement is quite good to be checked on 156 miles per hour. That might need to add a little bit more to get up onto the high speed. But the best time is good to be well achieved on the top is now being labeled on lap number 3. But the average time always have to do normal, and even for the worst time that I just took recently before finishing up on Session 3 might need to go continue on forward in the next day. There you go folks, the position has now updated on 4,685th place is now on the comparison to top cars in 3.35%. Later on in the future for the challenge class on the Honda Racing eMS GT Fastest Attack 2024, we'll have to go by a normal clip as I have to keep trying to go hard for the goal. But don't worry folks, this part of the content video as live stream as I really have to do my best effort as I just save a replay to go for the normal and best lap time, but I'll have to do my best to go by beating up on the main target time is still currently to be on the goal by .359 seconds in around 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So, we always have to keep trying to go challenging up on Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps for the Honda RA272 1965 in about 9 days left. Along with under 17 class, we'll have to go again at the same track with the same race car to go for a different class of eligibility. But young GT players by the age of 17 that we have to get yourself prepared, including us, as we're about to have a roll of instructor by over 17. But don't worry, 2 addition and have some matter of earning to go for a triple payout to be received to have some different earnings to go by a total amount in 3 million, and also of course to be having a good guess to be on the label in 6 million Gran Turismo credit, along with the Mercedes-AMG Motorsport Virtual Championship Hot Laps at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, and 2 addition as well. But difference is to go by having a 3 special edition and 2 series to be related to the manufacturer brand. So it's all done for now, but I can't wait to go and do the main role as the instructor before tomorrow as the weekly challenges to go for the 4th week of August to have something else to go for a 3rd surprise in All Japan GT Championship that we're about to see. So let's do for a small reward challenge to be available, and this will have to take 4-star roulette ticket as I have received a single 3-star ticket of today. But I'll have to go by 2 4-star and that will have to call it for a day. And there we go. 500,000 Gran Turismo credit has now been received, and good luck on the goal. But it's almost there to get back up on 50 million, and let's have the second 4-star ticket to be received to GIP. Come on, fortune luck. Nice. That second 500,000 Gran Turismo credit, and thank you, Lady Luck is good to be charmed. Close enough, and it's going to be almost at 50 million as I have my current balance in 49,952,644 GT credits. So, I'll have to wrap this up before at the end of the video. The 4th weekly challenge on August has now opened, and Group 2 category is about to go. Driving improvement physics at Suzuka Circuit will put it into the test. But I can't wait. And good news for round 3 of All Japan GT Championship as a special event to be take place at Autopolis International Racing Course is about to be open for a limited time by a week. After being succeeded from Suzuka Circuit, but this will have to go again, and I'll have to choose for a better kind of a GT500 race car to go classic or modern to be labeled as a Group 2 category. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership are now open to everyone. Will join to get access for a price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help and grow by giving a super thanks as an extra. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.